So, welcome to my channel, ONEYOU channel, where we are trying to go beyond the noise in this divided world with very opposite views, and we try to show not where the common ground is, but where the reasons are from on one side and what the reasons are on the other side, because nobody is absolutely right, but actually everybody is right. So today's topic in this episode is Palestine. Free Palestine, Palestine and Israel, okay? So I'm gonna try to make it 5 minutes because that's the idea of the episodes, 5-minute episodes, no longer than that. But it's a very deep and convoluted topic. So now we're in the middle of a peace proposal from the United States and Israel to Hamas. And when you watch this video, perhaps there will be already an outcome out of that. But I think that what I'm going to say is valid no matter what outcome comes from this proposal. So, Palestine, of course, it's a territory, okay? And the Arabs native from that territory are fully entitled to live in their own state or in their own territory with their own rules. So nobody can argue against that. Having said that, Israel, it's also the native land of the Jews, and in the end, 1940s, after Second World War, they got their land allocated. So we have two nations that are overlapping on the same land. Let's start from there. Both have the right to be there. So having said that, what happens? Israel agrees to a partition plan in the 40s, 60s, 70s, like 5 times. And the Arab part, or the Palestinian side, never accepted that. What is the reason for never accepting a partition plan? One, usually people from Europe might say, okay, it's because it was not adjusted to reality, it was unfair, blah, blah, blah. The true reason is that the Arabs have never believed in the past that Israel had any right to exist there. That's it, basically. So when you talk with most of Palestinians about Palestine, what they envision in their mind is not a part of that territory, it's the whole Israel. So it's not living side by side with Israel, it's living there instead of the whole Israel. So that's one thing that is always there, and I think many times people in the West, we don't realize about that. Palestine for the Palestinians is the whole territory of Israel. It's never been about partitioning it or sharing it or anything like that. It's an idealistic view, which in the 40s, perhaps 1940s, perhaps was feasible, because they always thought, okay, we can come back, we can fight back, and actually it has been there in the mindset. Okay, we can fight back, we can expel the Jews from that, because that's an occupation, we're going to be back for the whole thing. And this thing of thinking of the whole territory, for me, it's been the main reason that actually hasn't allowed negotiations to come to a proper fruition. Then, on the Israeli side, they have they have their own state. They are sort of happy to share it, but they have felt, and they have always felt, that the whole different Arab countries, they have started wars to expel them from the territory, so they have become very, very military in a very strong way, and so for them they have always felt threatened. So having a state next to them, which was what Gaza has been for the last 20 years, because it was self-governed by Hamas, but having a state next to Israel, which is actually a threatening state that is going to act military against the state of Israel doesn't make much sense if you think, okay, so if you tell the US that Quebec is going to be a part of a people that wants to destroy the US, I don't think the US would be very supportive of that. So we have to bear in mind, on one hand, okay, Palestinians, Arabs, our territory is the whole territory. This is a fully occupied place. On the other side, okay, we were also part of this. Now it's our time to have our part, and we don't want to be threatened. And it seems absurd, but actually that has been going on for almost since the 1940s. Now we're in the mid-2020s. So it's been 80 years. And we don't take into account the past, but let's take this last 80 years. There has been in the mindset this clash that has made it impossible to reach an agreement. And I will leave it there.